Hello, you handsome boys, you handsome girls, and you handsome non-boys and non-girls. We are here with day 6 of the Christmas live streams. Your boy Andy checking in to make sure you're all going okay over the Christmas holiday period. For those of you who don't have someone to hang out with, come hang out with all of us. You can use this as a free coaching session. You can use this to post shit posts in the chat if you want to. Go crazy. Let's talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. SK says, hey, texting like a girl there, my friend. The number of hey messages I've had in my Bumble and Hinge and Tinder. Goodness me. How you doing, man? Expert cheek clapper says dicks out for Andy. Salutes in the chat. Look, if you guys want to take your penis out while we coach you, you're more than welcome. Just please do not show it on the screen because you'll get banned. Chad Broman says, sup. Hello, my friend. Xander says, morning chums. Namaste, my friend. Hello. Maybe we will start with, while we wait for some of your questions to come in or discussion points, let's start with some memes. Everyone likes memes. I hear that memes are very popular with the kids. Sounding like Principal Skinner there. But yeah, I think kids like memes. We're all a bunch of big kids at heart. Let me pull out the memes for you boys. This is very difficult. I'm having technical issues. There we go. We got some memes for you boys. Let me move all the stuff off the screen. Her. You can be vulnerable with me. Him. Yeah, totally. Opens up 0.000003 millimeters. Him. Okay, that's enough intimacy for 3 to 5 business years. This was literally me when I first started to move away from some of the red pill or the more sort of hardcore, hyper masculine alpha male type shit. And I would have these little tiny moments of just being a little bit real with a woman, like the tiniest bit of honesty. And then I would literally be like, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm good. Run away. That's enough. I'm done. Very relatable. Men after expressing one emotion. Okay. Anyway, I'll go live in the woods now. Also very relatable. And a lot of you go through the same thing. I've had a lot of people over the years that are like, hey, Andy, I tried this honesty shit that you're always talking about, man. I tried being honest with a woman and she was nice, but she was like, no, thanks. I don't want to date you. Andy, I can't do honesty anymore. It doesn't work. I'm freaking out, man. I'm going to go back to the way things were before. And it's like, hey, listen, stay the course. Be a rock. Be stoic. Be resilient. It's okay if expressing your emotions doesn't always give you the exact outcome that you want. It's okay if sometimes people don't know how to handle your honesty or your emotions or your vulnerability. Not everyone is a trained therapist. You don't have to run away and go live in the woods, although you can if you want to. Living in the woods would be pretty fucking sick. Relatable. People always leave me. Bro, you leave first. You run. Your Nikes are trauma powered. Absolutely relatable. This used to be me as well. Masculinity patch notes 2025. Fixed a bug where men couldn't say I'm struggling. Increased vulnerability stat from 3 to 7. Added the ability hug request. Cooldown 2 weeks. Very #relatable. All right, let's answer some questions. What do we got? What do we got in the chat, boys? Brady Holt says, hey, Andy, just wanted to say thanks for doing these. Thanks for being here, man. I mean, you guys are here as much as me. It's you guys doing this as much as me. If none of you, think about this. If none of you typed anything in the chat, then what would I do? Just sit here with my dick in my hands? I'm going to do that anyway. I'm going to sit here with my dick in my hands anyway. But I wouldn't be talking to you guys while I do that. I'd just literally be sitting there with my dick in my hands doing nothing else. So these wouldn't exist without you guys. And you guys are the ones that are very vulnerable. You guys are the ones that are asking questions. You guys are the ones that are sharing your wins. And I can share my wins and struggles and stuff with you guys if you want to as well. But you guys are the ones that are doing most of this. I'm just the container that holds all of that. I have set up the conditions for you, my beautiful little flowers, to really blossom and grow. Isn't that nice? Bet you didn't expect the big fucking alpha male to say that to you, my beautiful, delicate little fucking flowers. Pednex says, yo, Andy, I'm super curious. Amazing, brother. That's the best place to start from. How do you personally structure your day game? So I don't. So, yeah, this is maybe I can answer this in a better way. I'm probably not the person that you want to model for this stuff. like I'm probably not the person that you want to model for this. Also, yeah, you said here, like I said that I had sex with 5 girls in the last month. Okay, maybe I should have been more clear. Like one of those was from approach, 4 were for online dating. Sorry if I was like messy and confusing when I said that. Yeah. So I'm not doing 50 to 100 approaches like in that time. No, hell no. So the way that I do my approaches, I don't even do approaches, man. Like I'm not even doing day game. Like I just don't think like that. Like that I'll say this in a clumsy way, and please don't take this as like an insult or something. It's not meant like that. Like I just don't use words like day game. I'll say it if you guys say it because I know what you're talking about. But like, I don't think about day game. I don't call it approaches. I don't go out there going like, all right, I got to like do some cold approaches and stuff like that. Again, I will use that language because you guys do. But to me, that feels a little like nerdy is not the right word, but it makes it into this like weird little thing that you're doing. But the way that I think about it is I'm just going to go live my life. And if I see a cute girl, then I'll say hi. In the same way that if I see a cute old lady, like I saw an old lady in the park this morning, I went for a walk, I'm going to smile at her and be like, hi, how's your day going? Like I just talk to strangers. I talk to men. I talk to everyone that I see outside. I'm going to smile at them or say hi or talk to them. Girls just happen to be part of that. Like girls are a part of that for me, but I'm not going out there to day game. I'm not going out there to like do a ton of approaches. I just accidentally do a lot of approaches. Like there are days I'll go out and I'll just accidentally talk like hit on, talk to like 10 girls or so, but without meaning to. I'm just talking to people. And so I'm not really going out there for a session, if that makes sense. And you can do the same thing. Like you can take a page out of my book if you want to, man. Like just do what I do if you want. Like just live your life. And as you see people, talk to them. Or you might prefer to make it a bit more structured, which is, the question you're asking. You might be like, no, Andy, look, this is a really important goal to me. I really want to get comfortable with approaching. I really want to get comfortable with talking to other people. I'm going to be more rigid and more structured with this. I'm going to set aside time in my calendar. I'm going to go outside for like an hour or two. I'm going to try and do more approaches and stuff like that. So, yeah, like the way I'm doing it is probably not the way that I would recommend you guys do it like at the start if you really care about this. So, yeah, go out and like set aside a couple of hours a day, man. And I would also try and squeeze in just like permission every time you leave the house. Give yourself permission to talk to people. Like everybody. Like I'm not just talking about women. Because if you go outside and you say, okay, I'm going to specifically just hit on women, it feels like this weird, scary thing. Like it makes you more nervous. But if you say, I'm going to go outside and just talk to people, like I'm just going to, every time I go outside, I'm allowed to talk to people if I want to. I can talk to old ladies. I can talk to old guys. I can talk to young guys. I can smile at strangers. If I see a cute dog, I can, say to someone, can I pat your dog? And I can get down there and talk to the fucking dog. Like I'm just going to talk to more people. And when I see a cute girl, I'll talk to her. I'll tell her she's pretty. I'll ask if she wants to go on a date with me. Like I would start giving yourself permission to do that every time you leave the house rather than only approaching in specific little blocks. Basically, what I'm saying, man, is I would make it so that approaching is just something that you are. Like you are just the man that approaches. You're just the dude that approaches rather than like setting aside time separately for it. Like you can set time aside separately as well, but I would start to build yourself into the person who just talks to people or at least just talks to women. So yeah, let me know if all that makes sense and if it doesn't. Mike Oxlong, in other words, Mike Coxlong. There you go, Mike. I said it the way you want me to say it. Says, hello, governor. Hello, chap. How you going, chap? SK says, today's win. Scheduled an interview for Google in a couple of weeks. Amazing. Dude, that's so cool. Trying my best to have no expectations of passing or not. Yeah, and it's okay if like some expectations creep in there, dude. Like that's okay. Like if you have little moments where you're like getting all outcome dependent and freaking out a bit, like, yeah, I would probably be feeling like that too if I was going to interview at Google, but you just do your fucking best, man. It works out the way it's going to work out. You either get the job or you don't, but dude, I'm so excited for you, man. That's so cool. Xandar, you legend. The girl from my last instant date has flaked on a non-instant date. She did text me to explain she's busy with job things, which is better than ghosting. But man, I'm really struggling to get a non-instant date. Sex, let alone an actual relationship, seems complete. So try not to think too far ahead, man. And I know that's like easy to do. The other thing that I will say is it is December. So look what she said here. Like I'm busy. She's busy. I just like have zero expectations of meeting anyone during December. Like fucking zero. until maybe the 10th of January. I still, well, I don't even necessarily try. Like my apps are on. If I go outside and see cute girls, I'm going to say hi to them because, like, why not? But I have like no expectations of dating in December. And anyone I do sleep with or date, to me, feels almost accidental. Like I see it as a bonus. But over this period of time, man, like people just absolutely are like flaky, busy. They will drop off. They'll want to see you, but they'll be like, oh my God, I'm so busy. I have to Christmas shop and then I have to plan what I'm going to do for Christmas and I'm going away to see my family. Like, and then New Year's as well. Like people are just in holiday mode, like holiday season mode. And I noticed this with coaching too. There's a few people that have signed up for coaching in the last week, but like, man, like it drops off like crazy. That's why I'm impressed so many of you come to these live streams and still want to work on your goals over December, because most people take a massive break from dating and from goals and from all of this stuff. So, yeah, this is the period of time, man, where I'd say like it's not personal, especially if this girl is literally telling you like I'm busy with job stuff. But all the feelings that you're feeling are very normal, man. You have no idea how many times I've been like frustrated, like not anymore, but like over the years when I first started working on this, man, so many times like someone would flake and I'd be like, God damn it, like when is this going to work out? It's never going to work out for me. Like I put in all this effort, another one who goes or another one who's not like ready to meet up. Like, yeah, everything you're feeling is normal, man. One thing I will say is if you want to, like I would take a little break. And I don't mean taking a break from talking to women, but I mean like go do something nice for yourself. Just take like half a day. You know, maybe this live stream will make you feel a bit better, but go fucking watch a movie, go chill with your boys, go for a walk in the park, like go do something to remind yourself that there's a life outside of women in the moments when you're really frustrated with this stuff. Like we had, you know, the guy yesterday came in, like Leon, you know, you guys remember Leon or Lionel. He was really frustrated with dating shit. And it's like, bro, that's why I got him and you guys to focus on like, all right, if you didn't have women in your life, like if you went MGTOW, like men going their own way, what stuff would you do to find some peace? And we just focused on that. So yeah, just give yourself like half a day or something, man. Like do something fucking nice for yourself. You know what I mean? Like spend a bit of time just chilling. Remind yourself that there's beautiful things outside of women. Women are amazing, but yeah, give yourself a little bit of joy outside of that. And I promise the feelings will like fade away. The feelings of frustration, they only last a couple of days. And there might be a deep sense of like frustration or hopelessness inside of you. Yeah, man, we have all felt that. Do you know how many times I felt that with dating? You know how many times I felt that shit with business? Like all of that's very normal. Expert cheek clapper says, Andy, going after the gifts. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, okay. You guys, I forgot to say, if any of you want to, like, today is the day where we will start doing the thing where I will let you guys come on stream with me if you want to. And you can just tell me any questions you have, or we can use it as a coaching, whatever. It'll probably be for like I'll let you guys sit on there for 15 minutes each max. Like, I don't want to sit there and coach you for like 2 hours and take up the whole stream. But if any of you want to jump on here and essentially get a little bit of free coaching, or I'll just talk to you. I can't promise this is going to be like the most fucking professional coaching session ever. There is literally an audience watching. I've never done it before in front of an audience, and I might get a bit of performance anxiety. I don't know if I'll be able to get it up in front of an audience. You guys will probably be nervous because you're in front of a fucking audience as well. So I'm not going to promise you that this is going to be some hardcore coaching session. Like, this is not proper coaching. You're also not paying me. This is not the right environment. But if you want to jump on and share your shit and just ask some questions, then fuck yeah, like take up the time. Pednix, you said you would love to come on if you have me. Hell yeah, dude. So let me just look through some of the other comments. All right, let me catch up. Give me everyone just like give me 10 seconds. I want to organize something on the back end, not my back end, but the back end of this. And then Pednix, I'll give you a link and you can jump on, dude. All right. Okay. Yeah, I definitely am going to get one of you to be a moderator at some point. if you guys are happy to. All right, I will put the link in the chat. So Pednix, click this link. This is just for you so far, Pednix. I know the rest of you can see the link, but I mean, I guess if you click it, you don't get to come on the stream until I say yes. But Pednix, click that link, brother. Jump on here. We'll answer some of your questions because I saw that you asked some other questions, Pednix, but I haven't answered them yet. So you can just ask me in person. And obviously, maybe it goes without saying, but like this is being recorded. You're in front of an audience, all of that kind of stuff. So please don't say some wild shit or I'll have to. Don't start talking about like bodies that you've hidden in the background or some in the backyard or some shit. So I'll have to kick you off the stream. Don't say insane shit, but yeah. And obviously, like, give yourself permission to suck. I'll give myself permission to suck. In the meantime, I might answer some other questions from you guys. Daniel Donsky, looking forward to talking with you, Andy. Do you want to jump on here as well, man? Like, don't click it yet, but like, if you want to jump on as well and talk to me in a little bit, you can. You say, I'm curious, how often do you reject a coaching client? So I would never use the word rejection. Probably more than you might think, man. Like, I don't know, maybe 1 in 20 people. I have an entire massive screening process before I let anyone in the coaching program. Like, there's a whole questionnaire that you have to fill out and stuff. And then I jump on a call with someone to like make sure we're a good fit. But it's maybe like 1 in 20. And then you said, how often do they reject you? Ironically, most of the time they reject themselves. And like, what I mean by that is they'll say, like, I don't know that I'm a good fit. I don't know that I'd be able to make the most of it. I'm worried about my money. But if you're basically asking how many of them apply but don't sign up after I talk with them, I'm going to say like 70% of people that if I get on a call with them, like a free call to talk about it, 70% will be like, fuck it, man, I'll sign up. And then I'd say 30% for various reasons don't sign up. And a lot of the time they don't tell me what that reason is. They just like don't sign up. So yeah, like roughly those numbers are rough. All right, boys, welcome. Give a big shout out to Pednix, who is being brave as fuck by coming on here. Hello, my brother.
Oh,
How you doing?
hey. Can you hear me okay?
Dude, I can, you handsome
Yeah,
fuck.
man. No, thank you for having me on, man. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I've been
dude.
just like on and off. I follow a lot of your work throughout the years, and I think it's very good, very useful. Um,
Cool, man. I appreciate that.
yeah, I just generally wanted to ask you about like again, I agree, like day game, night game, it kind of turns it into this like nerdy gamified thing where it shouldn't be like that, right? It should just kind of come out, you're having fun. But it's just I guess it just makes it easier to communicate the concepts. You can use
I
less
get it.
words. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm with you on all those points. Um, I guess my specific question, I don't know, I kind of tried to, it's hard to communicate it like with, because in the YouTube comments they only give you like 100, 200
Yeah,
characters,
I
which
know.
is like
Yeah.
10 words
And
or whatever.
we can't go back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but like night game, I enjoy a lot just because it's like something I would do naturally. Like just go spend time with friends. It's a good environment. Everyone's kind of a little high. It's Friday, Saturday. They don't have work in the morning, and it's
Yeah.
just fun. Like I feel like a lot of my time spent with friends is in those environments, and I'm already high energy. And it's just like the girls are like a nice like I'll just see them. I'll go talk, whatever.
They're
It
dressed up
comes so
all
naturally. Yeah.
fucking sexy. They got their little titties out. Yeah, dude. Don't even get me started. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't go for like the big makeup look too much, but yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. I kind of target the bars more that are like low key and you can have these conversations. If you're imagining like a Vegas vibe, it's not really the places I
Okay, so
frequent, but
almost like a wine bar, if you know what those are, or like a jazz
yeah,
bar or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, something like that.
my man got some class. Holy shit. Yeah.
I mean, I still dress like I got the fuckboy fits on for sure. So I don't know about class, but we'll roll with it. Um,
Hell yeah.
but so the thing is, let's come back later. Sorry, my brother.
Get the fuck out
Yeah,
of
get
here.
the fuck
Get the
out.
fuck, excuse me. Good. All right, sorry.
The thing
As we were
is,
saying.
when it comes to the daytime, it's just not as natural, and I don't really like. do things in my routine that I would just run into like so many women that, and then also it's like there's also like a threshold of like style and vibe and age. So
Mm,
it's not just like every woman I'm interested in like pursuing, you know what I mean? So
mm.
um yeah, it's just it's not really a natural thing that comes up in my routine. So it would have to, I guess, be something more so that
Do
I would
you
schedule.
do you want it to be, or
Not
is this sort of
really. Honestly,
because
not really.
you don't have to talk to girls in the daytime, man.
Yeah, 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 I know. But the reason I am like I even ask it is because it would be nice because those girls in general are like I like I think the lays that I've had like through cold approach, actually most of them come from day game, even though I approach far less just because like you said, right? Like there's no alcohol involved. It's a much more like genuine interaction. And then
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, it would be nice, but I'm curious if this is like a thought that's come up for you before, there's a way you advise your clients when it comes to talking to women like in the day, especially because like I mean for me I've like been around for a while. I know how to get the girls that I like, but in general, like if someone's trying to put themselves out there and they're starting out, what like, yeah, do you have like a structured way to approach dating? I would just be curious. Maybe I could somehow implement it myself. You're right. I don't always have to. I just wanted to get
I
your
mean,
thoughts. Yeah.
everything I'm hearing from you is this is not the thing that would bring you a ton of joy. It's kind of like a nice to have thing that maybe I'd have on the side. It's like when you go
Yeah.
into a restaurant, you buy the steak and you just you get that bad boy exactly the way that you want it. And then they're like, do you want salad or do you want fries? You're like, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I just want the steak. The salad is like the nice thing to have, or the fries or the potato or whatever. It's like it's nice, like it's cool that it's there, but I came for the steak. Everything I'm hearing from you is the night game stuff is my steak. I like going out at night. It's beautiful. It's my environment. I feel at peace there. My friends are there. And the day game stuff is like potatoes on the side or a salad. And so, what I would do, man, I would give yourself permission, kind of like I said to some of the other people in the chat. I would give yourself permission every time you leave the house. If I see a cute girl, I'm allowed to say hi. If I see some old man doing some cool shit, I'm allowed to say, hey, man, you're doing cool shit. Like, I'm just going to give myself permission to start saying hi to people. But like you're not coming to me, but this question, the way you phrased it, you're not saying to me like, "Listen, Andy, this is really important to me." This like Xander.
Yeah. Yeah.
Xander
Yeah.
in the chat is a really good example. He's like, "This is so important to me. I like going out in the daytime. I've done it 1,600 times. I'm passionate." And so I would allow this to be something that's just kind of happening in the background, man. Like
Okay. Okay.
if I want to, I can talk to some girls. If I want to push myself sometimes I can. There are ways of doing that, like go out on the weekend with some friends during the daytime, go out and walk around for half an hour with the permission to talk to someone and just try and be in areas where there's lots of women. But yeah, everything I'm hearing from you is like, I kind of want this. I've had good results with it. It's kind of fun. Like, basically, what you're saying or what I'm hearing is you're like a 4 out of 10 in terms of enthusiasm with this. So give yourself permission to put 4 out of 10 energy towards it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny, like the times where I have like had fucked a girl from day game, it's always been like a dedicated session, where it's like, let's go out, let's go to like a populated area and let's just talk to girls with a buddy always. It's hard for me to like muster up the energy to just go walk around alone and like with the mission of talking to women.
Yeah, so I
So
wouldn't do that.
yeah, yeah. I
Because
don't.
you're not telling me that you're passionate about that. Again, if someone comes to
Yeah.
me and says, "I'm so passionate about going out during the daytime and talking to women, how can I structure it so I can do more?" Then I would give you 100 different answers. But you're like, I'm
Well,
kind of interested in this. I'm kind of not like, then I would just put a little bit of effort in there, like a tiny bit.
okay.
It's basically permission. Give yourself permission when you go outside. And if that
Okay.
changes in the future, which it might, man, like you might get to a point where you're like, okay, I know how to go out to bars and I've done that a ton and I really like it. You know what? I think maybe the next mountain that I want to climb, almost as a fun little personal challenge to myself, I think I want to get really good at having sex during the daytime or meeting women during the daytime.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you'll just put more focus on that. I'm a big fan of always saying to people, what do you want? because a lot of the time we set goals because we think we should. We're setting them out of should, out of shame, out of guilt, out of fear, out of like, but what if other men say that I'm not the type of man that can go out and approach women during the daytime? And you haven't said that, but like
So no,
maybe
so I'll tell you.
after,
So if you want to know my motivation, it's more
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I get all my girls like through dating apps, like 90+%. And if something were to happen or if I get banned again, so I got banned, I know how to get around the ban. It's
Mhm.
like I would just it's almost like diversifying your portfolio. Like I would want like a
Yeah.
safety net you know what I mean? To fall back on. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. In which case, yeah, like you're just like you're asking a question that is
Yeah.
almost like a beginner question, but you're not the beginner. Let me explain what I mean by that. You clearly are competent at talking to women. If I said to you, "Hey, I will give you $1 million if you sleep with a woman in the next week," could you do it?
Yeah,
Like
easily.
from in
Yeah.
person
Yeah,
proof.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you're not the person who's new to this. Like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I would trust yourself a little bit more with that. And what I mean by that is trust your own desires. Like I said, if you one day wake up and go, "Holy shit, I really, really want to go out and talk to girls during the daytime," your body will just naturally know what to do. You'll go, "Okay, well, I probably want to set aside an hour on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday. I'll get one of my boys to come out with me. We'll go out during the daytime. All right, I'm gonna deliberately spend more time in a shopping mall every day. I'm going to drive to my shopping mall at
Yeah.
5 p.m. or whatever when I finish work, and I'll just cruise around for an hour or two. I will text a couple of my friends and try and get them to keep me accountable. I'll post like in the live stream every day and be like, "Hey guys, can you fire me up and tell me to do it?" I will reach out to Xander or someone like that and say, "Bro, let's have a little friendly competition. How many girls can we talk to each day?" Like you'll just naturally do the things that will help. And I think you're coming to me asking for a strategy. Like you're asking me to give you actionable steps, and it's like you're not the person who needs actionable steps. You're the person where we take a step back and say, "What do you actually want?" And it seems like right now you kind of want to talk to girls during the daytime. And so you'll kind of do it. And there's no shame in that. There's nothing wrong with that. Like a lot of the time, man, we're almost trying to force our own desires to what we think they need to be or what we think they should be.
Mhm.
I would take a step back and do the opposite and say, "What do I fucking want?" And go meditate on that question.
Yeah,
And by
yeah.
the way, you might go and sit down and meditate on the question. And then you might say, "You know what? No, actually, maybe everything I said to Andy wasn't the full, not the full truth, but like I was saying it to Andy and the audience almost as if I kind of want to approach. But now that I've sat there for 30 minutes and just meditated on it, no, man, I think maybe that was just like hesitation or something. I think I really want to approach during the daytime. Everything will change from that point." So I always like to come from like desire, or I guess like a question of like, what do I actually want? Like, what is in my fucking heart? And then I go towards that.
Yeah, I mean, so I appreciate the psychological breakdown. It really it's interesting to see like how somebody else takes my question. I think to give you something more concrete, like so I was
Mhm.
banned earlier, like and for like a couple months I would oh
So I was just shutting the
are you
window,
still
like
there?
right in my precious, beautiful eyes.
It's crazy. It's so sunny over there. Um Yeah, so for like 3 months, I was banned and I made another account, I got banned again, I didn't know how to get around it, and so I did day game, like, almost out of necessity, and it worked.
Mhm,
Like, it worked, but it was just, like, not like the way I'd wanna live my life. Like, I would go out a couple hours, like, I would hamstring my friends, like, "Bro, come on, let's go, let's hang out, let's approach a couple
mhm,
girls." Because I know, like, that's one thing that I know for me is, like, I can't just go and do it by myself. I need to have, like, the energy of some people with me, and it just,
mhm.
yeah, that's I guess that's why it's like, um but, like, I can do it, I know how to do it, and it works, but it's just like, I need to sacrifice a lot of my life
Yeah, so don't
and,
do
like,
that.
my schedule. Yeah.
Don't do that. You guys are almost never going to hear from me. Um, make sacrifices, hustle culture. Like I'm not going to give you the David Goggins speech or the Andrew Tate or any of that sort of stuff. And like, there's a place for that. I'm not saying any of that's wrong, but like, my motto is always, why would I torture myself in order to get my goals? Because I am literally then training myself to be unhappy to do something that I think will make me happier. Like, what is the
Yeah.
point in achieving a goal, which I hope will make me happier, if I had to sacrifice happiness for it? And so I would find Like if what you're saying to me is I want to do more daytime approaches, Andy, I would find ways to make that really fun. I would get
Yeah.
someone from the chat here, brother, to jump on a call with you. That's as close to having a wingman as you can get. I get all of my coaching clients in the coaching program to do
No, I
that.
have
Like
like
we're
a
talking,
solid slew of people that I could go out and
okay,
approach within the day. It's just like wrangling them. Yeah, I'll take as many as I can get for sure. But right now I don't like want to because I don't need it. I'm just
yeah,
if I could make it so fun to where it was just something I would, because I like, I have a packed life. There's a lot of things I want to do. And if I can make it so fun where it would maybe trump even some of my hobbies, then I would be like, okay, let's like schedule this in. Let's throw this into the routine. But right now, especially with, my dating apps working, there's no reason for me to do that. Yeah.
yeah. And this is kind of falls back on what I said before. The day when you wake up and you're like crazy passionate about this, there'll just be some motivation there. It'll be
Yeah.
exciting. In the meantime, give yourself permission to do it as much as you want to. I
Okay.
wouldn't sacrifice happiness for it. Like, yeah,
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. That's all I had for you.
beautiful, man.
But I do,
Well,
man, I really appreciate you. I really think you're like the one genuine coach in this space. So, um, yeah, I was having a
I
conversation. Well, no, I
I
was
did a
having a
video on that.
convers. Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
really?
yeah, go, go.
I didn't catch it.
Yeah, it was
Your
called "Stop
videos
Calling
don't
Me the
get
Best."
that many views. I'm
Yeah, I know.
surprised.
Yeah,
Is that not, I almost had the thought of like, is this even something that he's like focused on? Like, does he even want views, or
fuck
is this
no,
almost like a
fuck
self
no.
like it's almost like a diary for him more so than like a, you know?
The let's say I care about views 20%. I care
Okay.
about you guys 80%. The day I sit there and focus, there's a word for this. I can't remember what it's called, but the day that I sit there and focus on the views, fuck, what's the word for it? But basically, you fall into this trap of going, okay, I'm only going to do what I know will get views. I'm going to become almost like a whore for views. And there's tons of content that I can do that gets views. Like I know what gets views.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of videos blow up to like 100, oh sorry, 400,000 views on like
Yeah, yeah,
my
yeah.
BDSM videos. But I would rather sit here with you guys, and whichever ones of you want to show up, I will sit there with you. But the second I start chasing views, I literally dehumanize you. I forget about you.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't give a fuck about you at that point because certain things will make you click. Like if I say, here's 5 things you're doing wrong, you guys will panic. You'll click on the video, go, fuck, I'm doing something wrong. What am I doing wrong? Oh my God, I need to know that. I can't. What if I'm a dumbass right now and I don't know what it is? You'll click on the video, you'll watch the whole video, benefits me. But then I have just generated fear in you, which I then have to fucking fix if I'm gonna like coach you. So it's like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
literally shoot you in the foot to get you in the door and then say, let me treat that for you. And that's an extreme example, but like, no, I just I put effort into getting views while always staying in the container of like what would actually help them. So even with
Yeah, yeah.
thumbnails, or with titles, there will be like a very clickbait title that I could use. But I'm like, yeah, but then it's got the word should in it. And I will then in the video have to say, and by the way, I know I put should in the title, but there are no shoulds. You guys can do whatever you want. Like I'm trying to build you guys and the women that watch. I'm trying to build you into self-actualized men and women who can sit there and say, what the fuck do I want? Because you've spent your entire life, all of us have, doing everything you're told. Like this is why we're all miserable. We just do what we're fucking told and we don't listen to the
Yeah.
integrity inside of us. And so if I go in that direction to hunt solely views, then yeah, I lose that. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
make more than enough that I can keep doing this. Like I am fucking good. I've had money and financial stresses over the past, but that's because I was scared of money. That's like nothing to do with like how many people sign up. So yeah, views are not something I worry too much about. Yeah, I'm it's almost like I'm too busy sitting here on a call with you, dude. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would rather be sitting here right now going rather than looking at I mean, you can see it on the top of the screen, rather than going, why are there only 15 people on here right now? I need to be more entertaining. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not talking to the chat right now. I've literally just ignored the chat. And by the way, hi guys, we love you. Like, but I'd rather be focused on the person that's in front of me. And that is
Yeah.
probably the reason you guys watch. If I start chasing views a little bit, then I don't know, it doesn't feel like a community. Like, do you know Fred Rogers? Do you know that name?
Mm-mm, I don't.
Okay, so he was like a kids TV host, and
Oh,
I
Mr.
tried a
Rogers'
channel of
Neighborhood.
yes, yes,
Oh,
yes, yes,
that guy's Fred Rogers. I didn't know that was his first
yeah,
name. Okay, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I tried to
I used
channel
to
a little
watch
bit of
that.
him. Fuck yeah, man, because he spoke to you. He literally spoke to you, and he's like, "Hey,
Well,
I
maybe
like
I
you
was
as you
like
are."
4, but yeah,
But he is like picturing the person that he's talking to. But if he goes like,
yeah,
"Oh, how can I like get more views? I got to do some crazy shit. I got to do some wild shit." Then he's not sitting with you. He's too
yeah,
busy being
yeah.
like flashy and glamorous. So yeah, it's not something long-winded answer, but it's not something I worry about too much. The views kind of will
Okay,
just sort themselves out. It's almost none of my fucking business. If people want to click and be here, I'm here. If only one man showed up, then I would sit with that one man and be like, "Hey, brother, it's just you and me. What can I do for you today?"
okay. Oh, fair enough. Well, look, I
All
don't
right,
want to
brother.
take up. I know Xander and some other people want to get on
Yeah,
here.
let's give the boys
So
some time.
hell yeah, man. Well, thanks for the chat. I'll see you
I
around.
appreciate you, dude. Hell yeah, brother. Thanks for coming on. Brave as fuck, by the way, being the first one.
Yeah, thanks. You know what?
Good
One
shit.
last thing though, I will say
Go.
about the brave as
What?
fuck stuff is like I just feel like we live in a world where like everybody's being recorded everywhere. Everybody has their phones out, this, that, and people have like 2-second ADHD. Like, who cares if you're in some random person's TikTok in the back? Even if it goes viral, like these people are gonna forget about you 10 seconds. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, it's just the world we live
Yeah.
in. I think people need to
Yeah.
adjust.
I
Anyways,
agree.
man, have a great rest of your day. I'll
Thank you,
get
brother.
off
You too.
here.
All right. Does anyone else want to turn, or do I want to get some speaking out loud here? All right. One of you motherfuckers jumped straight into the already. Maybe let me answer one or two questions just so I'm not completely neglecting you guys in the chat. But I appreciate all of you guys watching. That was cool. Yeah, when we do these, by the way, you guys in the chat, I probably am not going to be able to like talk to you guys at the same time because I want to focus on the person that's sitting there in front of me. Alistair says, "Hello, legends." Hey, man. Adriel says, "Dead chat." No, everyone was just listening intently, like expert cheek clapper said. Not dead, just listening. Morant says, "We're all focused on the exchange, I guess." Yeah, I think so. Highly heretical. You are here on the stream, but I cannot see your microphone or your video. Brady, you said, "Did my question get deleted? Sorry if it wasn't the right space to ask it." I'm scrolling up, man. I can't see a question that you asked. And I also can't see any moderator stuff. I can't see that your question was deleted or anything. So try copy pasting or typing the question again. And I will never delete any of your comments, you guys, but some of them might get deleted. I have moderation tools turned off, but I can't see your question. Mike, you said most people take a massive break from dating in December. You can't take a break if you never started. A freaking legend. Jen Stiordero. Guys, what do we talk about? Like getting cool usernames that I can read out easily. How can I get over the mindset that dating multiple girls at the same time is bad or wrong? Evidence. Evidence. So get out a piece of paper, brother. Write down 10 reasons why dating multiple girls at the same time could be a beautiful thing. You're not going to believe me if I just sit here and say, "It's good, bro. It's not bad." You need to come up with the evidence yourself. So spend some time, think about why this could be a beautiful thing, how you could add to the women's lives that you do it with, how you could ensure that they're both or all of them are having a beautiful time, how you could do it with honesty and integrity. Like, the only reason you feel like it's wrong right now is because you can't see how it could be a good thing for them. So come up with some reasons why you could make it a good thing. I can give you one to start with. Like, if you do it with honesty and integrity, the women that want a guy who is dating multiple women, which there are some women out there that want that. Molly, one of the women that I'm seeing right now, she wants that. She literally wants me to date multiple people because then that's less pressure on her. You know, if I'm having a day where I'm super sexual and she doesn't feel like sex, she knows that I can just go and see someone else. So there's one for you right there. But I would write at least 10 reasons why this could be a good thing. Xander, you said you're in Melbourne, Australia. Dude, I used to live there. That's cool. I am on the Gold Coast at the moment now, obviously. Xander, you said you're willing to come on as well. There's someone else who's in here first, so let me do it with them, and then you might be able to have a turn. Mr. Highly Heretical, are you ready to talk? If you are live. Speak or forever hold your peace, brother.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, you handsome fuck. How you doing?
I don't know about that. I'm not as handsome as you, Andy.
I appreciate that, brother. What can we do for you, big boy?
Yeah, man, I'm kind of nervous right now because I didn't think you were even streaming, and I've always wanted to be coached by you, but I'm very broke right now, so it is what it is. But maybe down the road.
Just pretend they're not there, and then it's just you and me. Ignore the 15 people watching.
I'm actually pretty decent at talking in social places, so I was just joking a bit, but yeah, man, first off, I appreciate what you're doing. Like the last guy said, I think you're one of the only honest guys that's like doing this kind of stuff. So yeah, I appreciate what you're doing, man. But I wanted to say,
thanks, man.
And I know, I wanted to say, and I know you've made videos on this, but I have a very hard time getting past my appearance, and I'm saying this with like the least amount of like self-pity as possible, but I know I'm not that great looking. And it gets in my head a lot, and I don't know how to move past that. Like
I disagree. I think.
Okay.
I genuinely think you're wrong. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
And that's not just me trying to say something nice to you. Like, I genuinely think you're hard on yourself, and we tend to be. No, I think you're way more attractive than you think. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah. And I used to be like, I was never like, kind of arrogant about it, but I used to be like better looking, I guess. But I gained some weight, lost some hair, and it's whatever. And I can fix the weight thing, which I'm trying to do right now. I'm going to the gym a lot, but I just I don't know, I can talk to women in person pretty easily. Well, not easily. I kind of have ups and down days, but I just whenever I get rejected, I just go straight to my appearance. And I would like more, not so much to think I'm attractive, but to have that not be a issue. You know what I mean? Like not have that be a factor at all. Like whether she thinks I'm attractive or not, whether I am attractive or not, it shouldn't matter, because it wasn't a success, I guess, or it wasn't going to happen no matter what. So
do you ever play video games? Do you know what video games are?
Big time.
Good. Okay. Have you ever heard the term glass cannon?
Yes.
Okay. So for everyone else, which let's be honest, you guys are all fucking nerds. You know that term. But a glass cannon for everyone else basically means you're really good at one thing, like maybe you're super powerful and you do a ton of damage, but then you are weak as fuck when it comes to defensiveness. Like you're really good in one area, you're like specialized, but everything else no. You right now are essentially doing like the glass cannon thing, where you think you need to be, or you're thinking like a glass cannon. All you're thinking is my attractiveness is my damage output. Like my attractiveness is the only thing that matters. And you've solely focused on that. And you're like, this is the only reason that a woman would want to date me. Dude, there are like 17,000 reasons why a woman might want to date you. And if you talk to more women and like ask them, like straight up ask them, not about you, but just in general, like, what do you find attractive in a guy? So many of them will say like confidence, conversation skills. How safe does he make me feel? That's a fucking big one that men are generally pretty good at. Men are like decent at helping women feel safe, but they don't really focus on doing it more. What are his sexual skills like? Do my friends like him? Does he listen to me? Is he emotionally available? Is he fucking honest with me? There are so many women out there that care so little about attractiveness, but care so much about honesty because they've gone and dated the really hot Chad fuckboys who just treated them like shit because he doesn't have to treat her nicely. And she's like, I don't give a fuck what he looks like. I just want an honest, kind guy. And so what I would do, man, is I would get out a piece of paper and write down 50 things about yourself that you have to offer. Like 50 reasons why a woman might want to date you, and try and make almost none of them about attractiveness. And you will see like, Jesus Christ, I have all of these other reasons why someone might want to date me. Like you're masculine as fuck. Like, I don't know if you know the way that your voice sounds. You sound masculine as fuck.
women do like my...
Do you see what I mean? So there you go. There's one. Another one might be like, I'm honest and vulnerable, because you are. You're literally sitting in front of a fucking audience right now, sharing your insecurities. So you are emotionally available. Do you know how many women literally masturbate over emotional availability? And when I say masturbate, I literally mean masturbate. My friend Olivia came on my channel and talked about that. My friend Nick came on my channel and talked about that. She literally talked about, like, when a man makes me safe, I literally go home and fucking masturbate. When a guy tells me that he's vulnerable. One of my favorite TV shows is a show called Ted Lasso. And there's this character on there who's hyper masculine, super, super, super masculine. His name is Roy. He basically gives no hint of vulnerability ever. And the girl that he's dating, she keeps trying to get some vulnerability out of him. And he just, no, he's like a fucking wavering rock. He's stoic. And then one day he comes home, and actually, for context, he was retiring from his sport, and he gave a press conference, and he kind of cries a little bit. He tries not to, but he's crying in this press conference, right? Okay. But he comes home one day after that, and his girlfriend's in bed fucking masturbating. And he's like, what were you doing? And she's like, nothing, 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 nothing. And she kind of freaks out, pulls the covers up, nothing. And he's like,
yeah,
were you touching yourself? And she's like, no, 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 no. And he's like, what were you looking at? What were you watching? And she kind of freaks out and throws her phone away. And then he dives for the phone, and she dives for it. And she's like, oh God, no, please, 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 promise me you won't look. Promise me you won't look. And he's like, no, I'm curious. Like, what were you looking at while you masturbate? And she's like, please, please don't look. Please don't look. And he's like, okay, well, now I'm definitely looking. So he looks. She's watching the press conference of him crying.
Oh,
because like sweet. that was the thing that she most wanted. I just want him to fucking open up to me for once. Women have been saying that shit since the dawn of time, brother. I wish men would communicate more. And then men hear that and go like, yeah, but other times I communicated, I got fucking chastised for it. People called me a pussy. Like, this is a trap, bitch. I don't know if you actually want me to open up. But women want that shit. You are someone that is emotionally healthy, emotionally available. You are literally communicating right now about your fucking emotions, brother. That's something to put on the list. You're probably pretty fucking strong. You look it. Like, write down these things, man.
Yeah.
You're stronger than her. You probably pick her up with one hand. Basically, you're going to be stronger than every woman just by existing.
I think that's a nose for you. Yeah.
Yeah. But you get the point, brother. It's like, write down a list of all the qualities that you have that are not physical based. And then what I would do is every woman that you talk to, I would be thinking about one or two of those things when you talk to her. And focus on that thing. So like, if one of them is, I have a pretty good sense of humor, which you do, you've laughed at yourself a bunch of times already in this call, in this chat.
Yeah.
I have a good sense of humor. I'm going to think about that. You don't have to be a funny man to her or something. You can if you want, but I'm at least going to be open to humor when I talk to her. Or I think I make women feel really safe. Okay. When I talk to this woman, I'm going to do everything I can to make her feel safe. All right. I think I'm really good at emotional availability. I'll be honest with her. Hey girl, you're super pretty. I'm kind of nervous a little bit right now, but I thought I'd come say hi. Like, that's emotional availability. Like, pick one of the things from your list of 50 things and focus on it with each woman that you talk to. And you'll realize that attractiveness was just like you almost going for a glass cannon build, which is what so many guys do. They're like, I'm going to max out my attractiveness and nothing else. And it's like, I mean, great, man. That'll get you some matches and get laid a bit. But like, what the fuck are you going to do when she wants you to open up and help her feel safe? I'll be attractive. And it's like, that's, bro, no.
people, they don't just love a image, I guess.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And so I would also start talking to some women. You could even approach women on the street, bro, if you want to, and just be like, hey, what do you like in guys?
Yeah.
Like, what are reasons why you would date a guy? You're basically branching out a little bit and building out some of those other stats, or showing yourself you already had those other stats and attractiveness wasn't the only thing that mattered. What I would also do.
Go. It's just I always have the self-doubt where it's like, they may say like, honesty, vulnerability and things like that. And, it's not that I don't believe them, but there's always that negative part. And I've seen, like, I'm not trying to like describe what you're saying, because I think what you're saying is actually true, but I've been around like pretty boy guys, and they just catch girls, just walking through a club. But I also think I could have done better if I wouldn't sit in my head at those moments. You know what I mean? I was comparing actively and not being present with the women that were around me. And so self-sabotage.
Yeah. And it's always easy to look around you and see the people that have it like better than you and feel that envy or that jealousy. Like, that just makes you human, man. You have no idea how many times I've seen guys that are ridiculously attractive, and I'm like, bro, you basically just like wave your finger at a girl and she comes running over. Yeah, right? It's like, come here. And like, because you're ridiculously attractive. Or like guys that are rich as fuck and were just born into wealth. And then, I've been pretty open on this channel that I've gone through some financial stress and all of that over the last like 6 years. And then I'm just like, motherfucker, your parents will give you $1 billion if you just say like can I have $1 billion for a new random fucking gambling thing that I feel like it's very easy to look at that and feel jealousy. But
Yeah.
part of like, I guess, first of all, part of inner peace and part of success is, number one, kind of putting blinders on and just saying, all right, I'm gonna ignore what's out on the sides. I'm gonna ignore everyone else. I'm just gonna focus on my own life and what can I do to change. That's step one of happiness. But then the second thing is, you can also look at those other guys and be like, what can I learn from them? Like, what are they doing well? And what do they, it's gonna sound funny, but what do they fucking suck at that I think I could do better?
Yeah.
And if a guy is like ridiculously handsome, then yeah, man, like he probably, we don't know, but he might not have the best communication skills because he doesn't have to. Or he might not be a very safe, welcoming man to be around. And you hear this all the time from women. Oh, I fucked a bunch of fuckboys and they were so hot, but they're fuckboys. Like, women complain about fuckboys. They sleep with them. But what they're desperately hoping for is that the fuckboy would have just a little bit more depth to him. Just something. Guys who get with really hot, like, this is not a nice word, but like bimbo women, same complaint. Like, God, can she just have a little bit more depth than like watching, you know, Desperate Housewives and drinking red wine on the weekends too much? Like, can she have something else to her that's a little deeper? And it's like, she doesn't have to, bro. She's hot. And not that every hot person is not deep. That's not what I'm saying. But you get the point, man. So yeah, comparison is the thief of joy, but it's completely okay that you're doing that. I do that. Everyone in the chat fucking does that. That's just like a normal thing, man.
Yeah, you're right. I just I get worried sometimes. Do I have time to keep on talking, or do you have people waiting on you?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, maybe we'll give you another 5 minutes, and then I'll answer some questions. Someone else
I got two little things I wanted to add to that.
Yeah.
So like I've had sex with like one girl who I really thought like really like desired me, and I think she was just good at showing desire. Not so much it wasn't desire before or whatever. But it was extreme compatibility. I think that was a big thing too. And I was worried since like I'm getting a little older and like, you know, like I said, losing hair a bit, yada, yada. I don't want to claim that too much, but I think I could get a girlfriend, but I also want to feel desired, especially in the bedroom, because I am like a pretty sexual person. So like how much looks play into the factor of like desirability from a woman's perspective? I know you said about masturbating too, guys who are emotionally available, but does that translate real time in the bedroom, you think? Like, can like less attractive guys get that like I gotta jump her bones right now kind of mentality or response from women, I should say, in your experience?
I wouldn't say I'm the most attractive guy on the planet, especially if I take my shirt off. I'm a little like skinny, fat, and chubby right now, but girls absolutely go fucking crazy for me because I'm emotionally available. I hold a safe container for them. I'm very dominant and like kinky in the bedroom. I know exactly what to say to absolutely, like, I'll phrase this in a funny way, to absolutely fuck her shit up. And I can give you examples, but like, there's all these other aspects of it. I want her to succeed and be happy as a person. I'm pouring my heart and soul into every woman that I date, even casual, even like literal casual partners. I'm like, what do you want from life? And they're like, what do I want from life? Like, what the fuck? Like, no one I've fucked has said that to me, let alone casual relationship. Like, what do you mean? I don't know what I want from life. Cool. I hope you figure that out. And she's just like, what the fuck? And all of that stuff combines. Yes. To answer your question, yes, I have women go absolutely fucking crazy. If you had like abs and all of that, yeah, that helps too. And so it's not one or the other. Your brain very much wants to make it one or the other. Do looks matter, or does like inner game matter? Should I be a Buddhist monk who doesn't care what he thinks, what he looks like? Or should I be like a Chad who's hot as fuck? It's like, why don't you just be like a hot Buddhist monk? Why don't you just do a bit of both? Yeah, just do a bit of both, man. But yeah, I say this a lot. Really passionate, crazy, wild, amazing, desirable sex with a woman is more about her mind than anything physical. If you want the quick and easy and obvious piece of example or piece of evidence for that, do women masturbate to porn or do they read fucking romance novels? They read fucking romance novels. They're obsessed with with what's going up in here. If you watch most women during sex, they close their fucking eyes. Most men have their eyes open because they're like, whoa, she's hot. Look at her titties. And then the woman's like, eyes are closed. And she's like, oh, I'm in my head. Wow, what's he saying to me? What am I feeling? What is the sounds that are going on in the room? What does it smell like? How's it feeling in my body? if you ask a lot of women what they think about when they're masturbating, you'll get lots of different answers. But one of the most common answers that comes up is, I think about myself and my body. Guys do not fucking say that answer. Like, what are you thinking about when you're jerking off? Are you thinking about yourself when you're jerking off? You're like, that'd be gay. Wouldn't that be gay? Like, you don't even know how to think about yourself during sex. You're like, but I need to see boobs. I need to see a pussy. I need to see something. So men are extremely visual. And there's exceptions to that, but men are mostly visual. Women are mostly up here. And so if you want really crazy, wild, passionate sex, like you want that desire, it starts outside the bedroom, first of all. It starts with giving her sex homework, telling her she's a good girl, telling her she's a naughty girl, telling her that you want her to be your precious little slut. Like all of that kind of stuff. Telling her to write a sexual bucket list of everything she wants to try. And then you say, good girl, we're going to go through every single one of these things. Every time you see me, we're going to pick a different one of these things. And we're going to go crazy. You want desire. That's how you fucking do it, man. You ask her, what do you desire? She will tell you. And you say, yeah, I'm going to be the man that is the safe container for you to do that shit. And she'll desire you like she's never desired anyone else, because you're the first person that actually fucking listens to her. Like, if I want to know what you specifically want for dinner or something, like if I want to know what food you want to eat, I'm not going to be like, how do I figure out what kind of food would make him really happy to be my friend? I'm just like, bro, what do you want to eat for dinner? And then you're like, bro, I love pizza. And then I'm like, cool, we're going for pizza. And then you'd be like, yeah, Andy's a good friend. He asks me what I want, and then he gives it to me, or he shares it with me. Same thing with sex in the bedroom. Like, you're saying the question of like, how do I be desirable to women? I don't fucking know. You got to ask her. Like, I don't know what she fucking desires, because it's different for every woman. And we ask these questions in very general ways where we're like, Andy, how can I be attractive to women? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Women are not some homogenous hive mind. Generally speaking, some things will work for lots of women, like attractiveness. And when I say attractiveness, like try not to be too overweight, go to the gym a little bit, like the basic shit. Put some effort into your appearance, groom decently, like the basic shit. But yeah, like for the most part, each woman wants a different thing. There's like archetypes that lots of them are attracted to, but like some women literally prioritize safety above all else. That's what she wants. Some women want you to pin her against the wall and just fuck the shit out of her. Some guys want the fuck boy with abs. Sorry, some girls want the fuck boy with abs. Some girls want the guy who's like a nerdy little bookworm. Molly, one of the women I'm seeing right now, we have a fun exercise where we go walking around in public, and I say, I want you to point out to me the guys that you're most attracted to. If I showed you guys the guys that she points at, you'd be like, what the fuck? Why that guy? Like guys that are overweight, guys that are like in their 50s and kind of have like quite a fat tummy, and they're just dressed like a dad. And I'm like, why him? Why him? And she's like, I just like a dad bod. And I was like, are you doing a bit right now? Like, this is actually, I'm not trying to shame you for who you're attracted to, but like, that's who you're actually attracted to. What about that guy over there with muscles? The fucking hot bodybuilder guy over there. And she's like, no, not really. I mean, he looks nice. He looks like a nice person, but like, no. And like, I've had that with enough women where I'm like, what are you into? And they're like, I really like 50-year-old guys, or I like guys in their 40s who love chess or some shit. And you're like, but that's not everything the internet told me. The internet told me that girls only like muscular, hot, lean guys. And it's like, that's definitely an archetype that I would say maybe most women are into, but we're not here to fuck most women. We're just here to find the women that want us.
Yeah, the ones that we can match with.
Yeah. Yeah. And obviously improve yourself, like improve your looks, do all that shit. Sounds like you are doing that.
Yes.
But yeah, I would start asking women, like, what do you want? Here's the archetype that I found is the most attractive to, at least for me. This has worked for me, right? The archetype that I like to be is the facilitator. So I literally say to them what I said before. Like, what sexual fantasies do you have? What things have you never told another man ever in your entire life because you're terrified that he would judge you? What things are you afraid that your friends would slut shame you for if they found out? What kinky, filthy, nasty things have you always wanted to do? How do you like to have your pussy licked? How do you like to be fucked? What do you like to feel after sex, during sex, and before sex? Like, I ask all these questions, and then I facilitate that experience for her. I'm like, cool, I can do that. And she's like, wait, what? First of all, the fact that you even ask me what I want is like insane. That's fucking crazy. Second of all, you want to do that for me. And third of all, like, you're actually serious about that. Like, we're going to do that. Like, you're not just saying like, oh, I could do that. Like, we're actually doing it. And then when she's in that moment, she's laying on your bed, blindfolded, tied up, or like whatever kinky fantasy she has. In that moment, she's just like, this is a peak experience. I never thought I would experience this ever. And then you do that like the next time you see her. And you don't have to be perfect with that performance, but you just like almost effortlessly going, yeah, we could try that. I can't promise I'll be perfect at it. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, we'll have to figure it out a bit, but yeah, we'll figure it out together. And she's like, holy shit, I'm living in some like weird fucking romance novel that I never thought existed. So
yeah, because like most guys won't even make the effort to do that. Because from the women I've talked to that I've had sex with, like I hear horror stories like about guys that just leave them in the middle of sex to go watch porn and finish off and shit. Which I mean, sounds like the most traumatizing thing I've ever heard of.
For a woman, fuck you.
Yeah,
and the reason he's doing that is it's got nothing to do with her. He's just like porn. He's almost bonded to porn. You get what I mean? Like, he just can't come with that porn. But the way she's gonna see that is, I'm ugly. I'm an ugly piece of shit. Like, he doesn't. The same way as if a woman in the middle of sex was just like, all right, I need that big black fucking guy over there to fuck me. So I'm gonna have to cuck you for a minute. Like, I can't enjoy this unless I have a big black cock in me. And you're just like, oh. And she's like, but it's not you. It's not you. And you're just,
you're not the problem.
No guy is going to be like, no guy is going to be like, yeah, it's definitely not me. I agree. Yeah.
I got you, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good shit, dude. All right. Let's open it up to someone else, man. But like, fucking good job coming on when you were nervous, man.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, if I could afford it one day, I'd definitely love to get some coaching from you. I just working on it, bro. But yeah.
And even if you can't, come to these live streams, my man.
Yeah, no, this is great. Thank you, dude.
Hell yeah, bro.
Appreciate it.
All right, see ya. All right, Daniel, I can see you there. Daniel, give me 2 seconds. I want to read through some comments, give some love to the boys that we have just basically ignored for a little while. I have been reading some of you guys' comments as I go through. Adriel, how did you get better at your ADHD? So I did a video on this. Just search on my YouTube channel for ADHD, and I have like a whole bunch of strategies, like things that I actually do. There's some step-by-step stuff in there. And then you said, a better question, do you think you'll always need some external accountability? I don't know, man. I can't predict the future. Right now, external accountability helps me a lot. And so I'm grateful for it. And the word need, anytime we use the word need, we then feel a dependency. And then there's almost an urge to get rid of it. They're like, I don't want to rely on this crutch. I don't want to rely on needing external accountability. Like, I feel bad that I have to use other people. No, I switch that up for gratitude. Right now, external accountability really helps me. So I just feel some gratitude for that. I'm like, I appreciate that. But yeah, I don't know if I will always, I don't know, need such a strong word, man. Will I always have external accountability? Fuck yeah. I can't imagine ever living my life solo ever again and not having other people like help me, care about me, motivate me with my goals, ask me how I'm doing, check in with me if they think I'm like close to burnout or something. I can't imagine letting go of that. It's almost like once you've like had a taste of something that powerful and beautiful and wonderful, why would you go back? So yeah, I think I'll always use accountability, like always, probably, but I don't know. Maybe something changes in the future. All right, Daniel, you legend.
Yo, what's up, Andy?
How you doing? How you doing, man? I am good. Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
You look like a man who's seen some things. You look.
Yeah.
What can we do for you, my brother?
I guess my problem's like opposite from the other guy. Like, I'm not too concerned about physical stuff because like people have told me I'm attractive. Like, I don't feel too worried about that. Like, my problem is anxiety. Like, I remember I tried to do like the approach anxiety program, the GLL program, like when I was in college, and I got through like, week 4, but then I set it down, never picked it up again, really. I remember like the last time that I tried, like, I'm gonna try to go out to a bar. Like, there's a bar that's pretty close by me. Like, I just went like, I think 3 times, and I just walked around for like 3 hours, and then I left. And it's like, it's a problem that's affecting every part of my life. Like, right now, I started working with like psychiatrists to try to maybe look into like medicine for it. Like, I just don't know if I can fix this or if it's just something that's just going to be stuck, with my brain chemistry or whatever.
Thank you for sharing your wins with us, Daniel. Let that sit for a second. Everything you just said is like the most incredible fucking win that you've called a problem. You went through 4 weeks of such an insane approach anxiety program that the man who created it last year did a video on his YouTube channel saying, I don't recommend that program. It's too much. The man who created it said, I don't recommend it. Yes.
I don't think I saw that video.
He came back on YouTube, made like 6 videos, and then they're all private now. He's deleted them. But he specifically said, I do not recommend my approach anxiety program. What I recommend people do is go outside and just try talking to some women. You don't have to hit on them, just talk to them. And then from that place, like, do it more and more, and eventually you'll hit on them, which is essentially what my approach anxiety program is. So the fact that you were able to go through 4 weeks of a crazy, over-the-top, anxiety-inducing program that I went through myself, it was one of the most terrifying and liberating things I've ever done. And I only got to like week 5, I think. Like maybe week 6. Actually, yeah, week 6. So I only made it a little bit further than you. That's a win. That's why I said thank you for sharing your wins. All of the feelings that you're feeling, you then took to a psychologist or a psychotherapist or whatever. That's a win. You speaking about the stuff that you're feeling is a win. You walked around for 3 hours with anxiety, with fear, with terror in your heart, and you didn't leave. For 3 fucking hours, you stayed out on the front line. That's a win. Everything you've said is like the biggest win that I've ever fucking heard, man. You're just so busy missing how incredibly, insanely fucked up brave you are. And you're too busy pointing at the things that you can improve. And that's a beautiful part of you. Like, we all want to improve, man. But you came on here saying like, hey, here's all these problems. Here's what my problem is. Bro, I'm not hearing any problems. I'm hearing a bunch of fucking things that you've done really well. And now it's like, how do we get to the next step? Maybe it's the psychotherapist. Maybe it's just going out there for another 3 hours. Like, you have no idea, man, how many days I walked around for 4 or 5 hours unable to talk to someone. And I would have so many breakdowns. And I would post on, I was on a forum called the Good Looking Loser Forums. I would post on there and just be like, I'm a failure, you guys. What the fuck is wrong with me? I've walked around for 2 hours and I haven't talked to a single girl. And people would reply and be like, you got this, brother? And I'd be like, yeah, I do got this. All right, here we go. And then I'd walk around for another hour and still not do it. And then I'd collapse onto a bench and be like, oh God. Like 10 people gave me a motivational speech and I still couldn't do it. The fuck is wrong with me? And I'd sit there. I'd post again. And I'd be like, guys, I'm so sorry. I know you all just poured your heart and soul into helping me, and I didn't do anything with that. Oh, my God. Like, I feel too guilty to ask for another motivational speech. I'm just a fucking loser. I shouldn't be doing this. And they were like, you got this, brother. Like, they'd give me another speech. And I'd be like, okay, here we go. And then another half an hour, and I couldn't do it. And I would be like fucking crying. I would go into like a public bathroom and just have a little fucking cry and be like, what the fuck is wrong with me? It's a woman. She's small. She's like so fucking, they're little midgets, man. They walk around like little midgets. They're so cute and tiny. Why can't I just say hi to them? They're not that scary and they're nice. I know they're nice. Like, what the fuck? And I'd collapse and I'd ask for another pep talk. And I had days where I did that for 4 or 5 hours. And then maybe eventually I'd talk to a woman. Maybe I wouldn't. And I'd go home with my tail between my legs. After I finished the Good Looking Loser Approach Anxiety program, I had a 5 month, I think it was about 5 months, 5-month period where I just, even at the end of that program, I didn't feel capable of hitting on women, even though I'd finished the fucking program or gone through like to day 47 or whatever. And I basically didn't leave the house for like 5 months. I drank, I looked at copious amounts of porn, I played video games, I binge ate every day. I would sneak into like the grocery store like late at night when there weren't any people there, so I knew that I didn't have to talk to anyone, and I would just buy junk food. And I just had 5 months where I didn't leave the house, man. And I literally took psychedelics, and I'm not recommending them to anyone else, but that's just what I did. I took psychedelics and literally said to myself, why the fuck can't I do this? I did an approach anxiety program. It's been 5 months of not talking to girls after that. Everyone else that I know has just absolutely crushed it and killed it, and they can talk to girls and they're getting laid, and I can't even walk up to a girl and say, you're cute. What the fuck is wrong with me? And the psychedelics really, really, really helped with that. Again, not recommending them to anyone. And I was able from there to like go out and start talking to one girl a day. And that was all I could manage. And even then that would take me like 2 or 3 hours of walking around before I could do it. I have been in the depths of despair and the absolute pit of hell that you feel like you're in right now. But I promise that like there is a light at the end of that tunnel. I promise that everything you're feeling right now is like normal. You might not think it's normal. And I'm not saying you have to sit there and suffer. There are ways out of this. But you've done a fucking good job already, man. And I would rather hold the mirror up to you and be like, Daniel, look how fucking brave you are, dude. Rather than we sit here and be like, yeah, man, like you're being a pussy. Like, look at all this shit you're not doing. It's like, dude, most people don't do this stuff because it's terrifying. Most people do not face their inner demons and say, fuck this, I'm going to walk around for 3 hours. Dude, most people would have quit after 15 minutes. Most people wouldn't have tried. And that's not anything against most people. But you are a brave fucking soul who's too busy saying, I have this problem and that problem and anxiety and this sucks and that sucks. Like, we will help you with the anxiety. We will help make this easier for you. I'm not dismissing your feelings or your thoughts at all. Like, that's not at all what I'm trying to say. But I want to start from a base of like, Daniel, for fuck's sakes, look at what you've done. It's pretty fucking special. And then from there, let's figure out what we do with the anxiety or what we do with making you be able to talk to some more girls. Like, but let's start from that base of like, holy shit, son. I don't mean to call you son, but like, holy fuck, you've done something like insane. You know what I mean? Like, most people don't do this shit, brother. This is fucking wild that you walked around for 3 hours trying. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's just like, it's hard because like you make progress, but then you just, back to baseline. It feels like you can't.
I like to
make a permanent difference.
But you are making a permanent difference. You just can't see it. You can't see it. So what you're training is your resilience muscle. You're training your self-love muscle to some extent. You're training your ability to eat shit, like to get slapped in the face, even though like no woman is going to slap you in the face, but it feels like life is slapping you in the face. It feels like your own anxiety is slapping you in the face, and then you keep going. Like, you are literally training your resilience muscle right now. It's just impossible to see that making any difference because you're like, but I haven't hit on many girls. I haven't gotten laid. I haven't gone on dates. Like, how am I making progress? And it's like, you're basically building the scaffolding or like the foundation of a building. So, the play to win video course that I talk about all the time? There's a chapter in there. I can't remember which one. I think it might be Every Problem Has a Solution. I think. Anyway, one of the chapters, I literally talk about how a building is built, like a skyscraper. And I have footage of a skyscraper, like a time lapse of one being built. And I literally say for the first couple of months, sometimes even up to a year, it looks like no progress is happening, like zero progress. Like, there's just an empty fucking construction yard. Maybe there's like 1 or 2 trucks or something that come in, but they're in the planning stage. And then for the next couple of months, all they're doing is like digging a giant hole in the ground. So you've made reverse progress. Like, there was at least flat ground. Now there's a hole in the ground. And then they pour the concrete, they put the pillars and the structures and all of that kind of stuff and the rebar and all the shit. They lay down a concrete base. And then now they fill in the hole. Now you have a concrete, like, flat thing again. Great, you're back to square one. Like, literally what you just said. You're back to square one. And then from there, they start putting all the scaffolding and shit. And you're still like, there's no building here, man. Where's the fucking building? And then all of a sudden, especially if you watch the time lapse, it explodes. There's the first floor, second floor, third floor. Like, it just starts fucking ramping up. And where I live in a city called the Gold Coast. There is so much construction here. This city is like absolutely fucking exploding with everyone wanting to move here. And so at any point in time, I can look out and go down the street and there'll be like 7 skyscrapers, like in my immediate area being constructed. And so I've literally seen day to day how a building gets built. And it starts out from fucking nothing for a ridiculously long amount of time. And you're like, there's no progress being made. And then the scaffolding and all of that. And then all of a sudden, it's like, holy shit, yesterday there was only 1 floor. Now there's 3 floors. How the fuck did they do that in like 1 or 2 days? And then all of a sudden, like, it just starts exploding. And before you know it, there's a building there. And so it's like you make 90, or it feels like you're making 99% of the progress at the end. And for the first 99% of the time, it's like nothing's happening. That is exactly what approaching is like, man. There are so many limiting beliefs and fears and anxieties and all of that shit in your head that you're currently processing, and the psychologist or the psychotherapist will fucking help you with that. Like, that's really good of you to go see someone. But this stuff doesn't look like it's progress. And it almost feels like I have to fix all of this shit with myself before I can even start. And it's like, no, this is the work. Like, this is what this fucking process is, brother. It's not fixing yourself. Like, this is the progress. These are the steps. There are reasons why you right now don't just go outside and hit on women. There's reasons why everyone doesn't just do that. If it was that easy, would just like everyone would go and fucking do it. There are barriers in the way. There are fears. There are doubts. There are insecurities. That shit needs to be processed before you can, or like as you're starting. But like a lot of that in some people's cases needs to be like removed or worked through or processed or healed or whatever you want to call it before you're even talking to the first fucking girl, man. So this shit is the work. It just doesn't feel like it. And it's so easy to compare yourself to other men and be like, well, you know, Xander hit on 1,600 women. Like, what the fuck, bro? And I've hit on like exactly 0% of that. How is that even possible? And it's like, what you can't see is that Xander probably did a fuck ton of work on himself first. I did. Like fucking years of work before I even hit on my first girl. So you can't see that. All you see is the fancy building with the pretty exterior and the nice windows. And you go, look at that beautiful skyscraper. And I'm over here, just a pile of dirt on the ground. It's like, yeah, but you didn't see that he was a pile of dirt on the ground before he was a beautiful skyscraper. So you're going to be a beautiful skyscraper one day, bro. It's just you're in the early stages where it feels kind of shitty. And I get that. But you are making progress, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I just talked at you for 20 minutes. Is there anything else you want to ask or talk about or share with us?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
This isn't the only opportunity, by the way. Like,
Right.
I'm going to keep doing this every day. So you can always jump on tomorrow or the next day or in the future.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like, yeah, like how long did it take you to, you know, start being able to consistently approach, I guess?
You can probably do it faster than me because the difference between you and me is you've already asked for help. You are literally here asking for help. And I guess I did on the Good Looking Loser forums, but I also to some degree buried my head in the sand. Like I said, for 5 months, I basically didn't really post on there. I posted, but it was just, I'm depressed again today, guys. Hey, I feel like shit. I kind of buried my head in the sand. You're literally going to a psychologist. You're talking to us. So it took me about, I don't know. I'm going from memory because this is like literally 10 years ago. If we're taking from the moment that I found self-improvement until the moment that I really felt like I could like get laid a lot, it would have been like maybe a year and a half. But again, a huge chunk of that, like straight up 6 months of that was me not leaving the house. So that bit almost doesn't count. So yeah. But you'll do that quicker, man. You're literally like facing your demons right now. You're facing your fears right now. I buried my head in the sand, and that's okay. That's like what I felt would help me at the time, or I wasn't even thinking about it. But yeah, as one of the guys in the chat said, you got this, man. Yeah, absolutely. You do.
Cool.
Just keep showing up. Keep going to the therapy. Keep showing up here with us. Like, we got you, man. But like, yeah, everything you're feeling is like fucking normal, dude. Like, this is why guys don't do this shit. Because shit comes up. It's easier to just jerk off to porn and like maybe get a girlfriend. Like the first girl that's nice to you, you're just like, all right, I'm going to lock her down. I really don't care what she looks like. I don't care how she acts. I care nothing about it. I'm not even going to see her as a person. I'm just going to see her as my ticket out of here. My ticket out of being single. My ticket out of having to go outside and face my demons. Like, fuck this. Like, I'm going to cling on to her. That's why ideas like soulmate and the one and Hollywood and all of that are so appealing, because it's basically like a magic fix to the loneliness that they feel inside or the insecurities. If I could just find a woman that would fucking be with me, then I'd be okay. And it's like, yeah, but you guys might not be a good fit. You're probably not even seeing her as a person. You definitely don't feel like you have any abundance. And so you're going to fight with her all the time. You're going to be desperate to cling on to her. If you guys ever have a day where there's a problem in the relationship, you'll freak the fuck out because you're like, oh my God, I might have to go back to being single. Oh my God, I can't handle this. And so you fight, you argue, you hurt each other. You don't mean to, but like, that's a lot of people, man. And so your pathway is more of a initial challenge. Like, you are definitely doing the work right now, dude. but it pays off a little later on, and it will pay off quicker than you think. But what I would start working on is what I said to you at the start of this video. Work on recognizing your own greatness, man, because then it will start to pay off immediately. Like, holy shit, I walked around for 3 hours because I was scared. That's insane. That's amazing. That's like claps for Daniel. That's fucking crazy, brother. And I would start celebrating that shit so you can feel like you're making progress now rather than I'm only making progress if I do some approaches. That's almost like outcome dependent. It's almost like you're saying, I need my body to be relaxed and non-anxious before I can call anything a victory. And it's like, bro, that might take 6 months. Or what if that never happens? What if you're just an anxious person? I get nervous all the time. I just don't call that a failure. I was nervous for this live stream. I was nervous to talk to you. I was nervous before each one of you that's come on. I was fucking nervous. Holy shit, I'm going to be coaching in front of people. I've never done that before. Fucking terrifying. I just don't see the anxiety as a bad thing. I'm like, come along, anxiety. You're always here anyway. May as well fucking tag along for this as well. And so I don't set my victory condition, my win condition. I don't set it according to how I'm feeling. Like, I don't say, if I feel confident, then I succeeded. I'm just like, no, did I fucking do the thing that scared me? If I did, I won. And so I would start rewriting that victory condition, man, and say, did I walk around for 10 minutes trying to talk to girls? I didn't talk to any. Who gives a fuck? I tried. Cool. I did it. Okay, how do I go out tomorrow and try? And then you'll start to feel like every day is a victory, which will motivate you to do more. And ironically, you will get laid quicker or have a girlfriend or whatever you want. All of that will happen quicker if you start celebrating the little victories. But if you say it's only a victory and I've only made progress when I do some big, massive achievement, fuck, man, that literally means I'm a loser until I do that thing. Like, that's what your brain will interpret. And that's just like a miserable fucking way to then try and go out and do something that scares you. It's painful. But yeah, you're kicking ass, man. Like, really kicking ass. Good shit. Let's give it up to Xander, and then I might say that's the last one. But dude, I fucking appreciate you coming on here. This was brave. Good job.
Cool. Thanks, man.
You're very welcome. You're an absolute fucking legend. Guys, can we get some salutes in the chat for Daniel? Absolute legend. I still remember what it was like back in the day when I first started going out there and like facing my demons and facing the approach anxiety. And more than anything, it was the feeling of like unworthiness. Like, am I good enough to do this? Will women actually ever say yes to me? Am I just going to go out there and approach thousands of women and none of them like me? Like, I was absolutely terrified. Can I even do this? What if people see me? What if people think I'm weird? What if I'm creepy? What if the police come because I said hello to someone? Like, all of that kind of shit, dude. So I can remember what it was like back in the day. Absolute brave warrior. Let's do maybe one more. Like, Xander, I can see you there in the green room, brother. I will add you. None of you can see, but Xander's waving. I'll add you in a second. And then I think I will blitz through after that and answer some of your questions. And then we might start wrapping up because I am tired. I am exhausted. How you doing, Mr. Xander? Hello, sir.
Can everyone see and hear me?
I can. I was not okay, brother. I know you're from Australia, but I was not expecting the Aussie accent because, like, most of the audience are not Australian, dude. So,
Hi.
yeah, thanks for representing this beautiful sunny coast or sunny country. You have frozen, but what can we do for you?
Yeah. I realized a little late that I could do this on my phone as opposed to on a computer.
You have, I think, maybe low Wi-Fi because you keep freezing. If it's easier,
yeah. Sorry.
try. No, all good, man. Try for a second. Try turning your camera off, like disable your camera so it's just audio, and that might fix it. And then we'll just go without camera. If it's easier,
Yeah. Sorry.
try. No, all good, man. Try for a second. Try turning your camera off, like disable your camera so it's just audio, and that might fix it. And then we'll just go without camera.
Did that work?
If it's easier. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Try. No, all good, man. Try for a second. Try turning your camera off, like disable your camera so it's just audio, and that might fix it. And then we'll just go without camera.
Did that work?
If it's easier. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Try. I feel like we're watching a version of The Matrix. I can hear the stream in the background, brother.
Can anyone see or hear me?
Yes, but you gotta turn the stream off in the background. You have the stream playing. I can hear the stream in the background.
Can anyone see or hear me?
Yes, but you gotta turn the stream off in the background. You have the stream playing. I can hear.
I'm sorry, guys. Just trying to get this whole thing working.
No, all good, man. We expected some tech issues.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
We can perfectly.
I can barely hear anyone.
What we might do, Mr. Xander, I'm going to put you back in the green room. See if you can fix the tech issues while I...
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
No, all good, brother. I'll put you back in the green room. I'll answer some questions. And then just type in the chat if you think you've fixed it. So I'll pop you back in the green room now for a second. That was definitely a fever dream, you guys. Like when it was looping and it was my voice in the background. And I was like, wait, didn't I say that? But it didn't sound like me because the audio was slightly weird or something. I actually thought I was in a fever dream. I literally for half a second, I was like, am I going crazy, you guys? Like, can I hear myself in the background? I'm so glad you guys didn't gaslight me. Imagine if all of you were like, no, the audio is perfect. Like, I can't hear anything looping. Like, Andy, are you okay, brother? Like, and then I woke up and it was all a dream. And I've never been a coach and I've never live streamed and I've never had sex with anyone. And I don't know what's going on. All right, let's answer some questions while we wait for Xander to sort all that out. Adriel, you said, why do you think you had that 5-month like downward spiral at the end of the AA program? Like, there's a million ways we could answer that question, dude, but probably it all just comes down to I had a lot of limiting beliefs in my head, right? Same thing with money. I've had a lot of periods in the last like 6 years where I've had, I wouldn't say like a breakdown with money, but like a fucking learning moment. Like, let's just call it a breakdown. Because I had a lot of limiting beliefs with money. Like, money is the root of all evil. You're not allowed lots of money. I had the same thing with approaching girls. I think deep down, I always thought of myself as a loser. And so when I finished the AA program, it's like, all right, son, you've done this approach anxiety program. Now it's time to talk to the women. And I was like, oh shit, I've delayed this moment for a long time. The approach anxiety program for me was almost a form of like, I don't want to say procrastination, but it ended up having that effect. And then at the time where it was like the moment to talk to girls, I was just like, oh shit, I can't do this. Like, I can't do this. So yeah. All right, Xander, would you like to try having a turn now? Let's see if it's working. Are you there, Mr. Xander? We got that.
Yeah, yes.
We got that PowerPoint.
You can hear me? Sorry?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I'm. If for some reason it's only showing like half of my own face, but if you can see me and I can and you can hear me, that's okay.
We can hear you. We can hear and see you.
Okay, you know what? That'll do. Yeah. Before we take up too much time with technical difficulties. Yeah.
All good. What can we do for you, brother?
Yep. Okay. Let's. So, what would you like to talk to me about?
Okay, I'm gonna say this as a joke, but I'm also semi-serious. You came on here, motherfucker. What do you want to talk about? We can talk about whatever you want to talk about, brother. Do you have any questions? Do you want to share some wins with us? Like, the floor is yours, man. We talk about whatever you want.
Well,
you called me, as they say.
You basically You basically already know, you know, my story of. So as you know, I can approach women like very easily, and I do that every day. And I can get instant dates rather easily as well. The thing about this is that what I'm really in this for is to actually get a girlfriend, you know, a proper relationship like the one I used to have. But at present, I can't really seem to get much more than an instant date. Like I seem to be quite good at getting an instant date. I seem to be able to get that quite easily, but just even then, even if the vibe is very good, after that, I really struggle to get a non-instant date. They usually just don't text me back when I respond to them, and that makes, you know, progressing, you know, further to an actual relationship very difficult. I can't really see how I'd go about doing that at this rate.
Something that like you might want to experiment with a bit, dude. I used to go on a lot of instant dates because they're fun. Like it's really fun. It's exciting. Like it's fun. But at some point I stopped because I had the same thing that you're having. I had quite a few girls where I would go on an instant date. And then at the end of that, I'd be like, this was so fun. And she'd be like, yeah, it was. And I'd be like, can I get your phone number? We should do this again. And she was like, yeah. And then she just wouldn't reply. And I'd be like, what the fuck? We just spent like 45 minutes together. We held hands. Like we went and sat by the lake and looked at the ducks. And you didn't reply to my, did I get the wrong phone number? Like, why didn't she reply? That just happened enough times that I got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm not going to go on. I'm not going to spend like 45 minutes with someone if I don't know if they'd see me for a second date. Like, I don't know if they're just humoring me and going along with the instant date because she didn't know how to say no. And that is sometimes what it is. So if you want to, you could experiment with not doing instant dates anymore and say, I'm going to get the phone number. And then she'll go away to her friends and she'll talk about it and she'll give herself a chance to say, do I really want to go on a date with this Sander guy that I just met? And then if she says yes to all of that, she'll go on the date with you. So try that. But I would love to hear from you. Like, what are you messaging after the first date?
I have a feeling that if I did...
Yeah, go.
Oh, crap, I'm having technical difficulties again.
That's all right. It's the Australian internet.
You can still hear me and see me?
Yeah. So what were you going to say?
Okay. Yeah. But okay. So what am I texting them? So after the internet, after the date, I'll text them. You know, something like, had a good time tonight. Would you, let's do this again sometime. You know, something like that. You know. Yeah.
And they're just not replying to that.
Yeah. This happens if I get a phone number, but not an instant date too. Like on the night of the day that I met them, I'll text them, something like, hey there, it's the guy with the cute hair that you met this afternoon. Had fun chatting with you. Yeah, etc. So nothing. I'm trying to be non-needy, etc. Also, maybe if we have arranged for a non-instant date, I try and arrange a non-instant date when I meet them wherever possible. Like we'll set up a time and place to meet. At the point of the during the conversation, the initial conversation. So at the midpoint between the conversation, the end of the conversation and the scheduled date, I'll also try texting them some callback humor, such as a meme. The references something we spoke about, something like that. Yeah, but in both cases, they just 99% of the time they just never respond, and they end up flaking on any non-instant date that we arranged. And yeah, that's pretty much the stage I'm at. That's pretty much the wall I'm currently up against and can't seem to break through.
I mean, you have broken through. We talked about this. You've broken through it. You've had some success. You had a girlfriend for 5 months. Like that's a big win,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah,
Like,
I got her. You know, just I cold approached her in a supermarket, and I did pretty much the same things that I'm doing now. And you know, it just she went on a non-instant date with me. She went on further non-instant dates with me. We ended up sort of falling into the relationship. I don't know why her. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, since she broke up with me abruptly, as I described a while back, it just nothing like that has ever happened again.
this stuff's random, man.
You know,
Like it's 100%
yeah,
random.
yeah.
It's so easy to say like, why did it work one time and then why did it not work the next time? Because it's random. You're going out there and trying to find the person that likes you and connects with you and wants to do something with you, and that is by definition like random as fuck. Because you've essentially screened 0%. Like when you walk outside and go talk to people in the supermarket, the only thing you're screening for is she a woman? Am I mildly attracted to her? And is she breathing? Those are the only things you screen for. And so you don't know if she's single. She might be, she might not be. You don't know if she's into you. She might hate guys with long hair, or she might be obsessed with guys with long hair. She might think you're too awkward, or she might think you're the perfect amount of awkward. Like you don't know.
Sorry, guys. There's something I've got to show you all. I show this to all the women.
Show us. This better not be your penis, brother. We do not want to see your penis on screen.
It's... Can all of you see that?
Wait, that's your hair? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or your gaming PC on the ground. I don't know which one you're showing us.
No. I've got longer than waist length hair.
Yeah. And some girls are going to be hella into that, and some are not.
Yeah. So a lot of girls have complimented me on that.
Yeah, dude, I feel like long hair is something that is incredibly polarizing. And the point is every part of you is going to be polarizing. There are some women that go like, oh, this guy's got long hair. Fuck no. I'd never date a guy like that. Just like when I hit on a girl, there's some girls that are like, he's bald. Ew. And then the next girl is like, wow, he's bald. That's sexy. And so you said, I don't understand why my girlfriend said yes to me when all these other women said no, because you were the perfect combination of what she was looking for. And she's the combination of what you're looking for. This shit is a numbers game. I will, however, give you two things that I think would help you the most. Like, and I haven't worked with you. It's not like we've sat there and had long conversations. So this is just barely knowing you, only knowing you for like a couple of days. The first thing I would work on is celebrating your wins more, celebrating yourself more.
I'm trying to do that. Yes.
Yeah, and you're fucking kicking ass with that. The second thing I would work on is some sense of like, I almost want to call it peace or like relaxing a little bit more. Like, would you say you're an anxious, overthinking person at times?
Definitely.
Okay, that makes this conversation easier, because if you'd said, fuck no, Andy, what are you talking about? So you strike me as someone that can get a bit anxious and a bit overthinking sometimes. And that's perfectly normal.
I definitely
you don't then... Yeah, and we don't then have to give you a complex and be like, hey, Xander, did you know that you're anxious and you overthink? And you're like, oh, great, thanks, man. You've just made me more fucking anxious. Now I got to worry about being not anxious. So I would focus on the opposite of that. I would start focusing on like, okay, what are some like exercises I can do to be a bit more calm, to be a bit more peaceful? Like, can I do a little deep breathing exercise? Like literally just Google deep breathing exercise and do that for 1 or 2 minutes before you talk to each girl. When I'm in the moment, can I work on slowing down my speeches? Like my speech. Just in talking to you now, like I get that you're probably nervous because you are literally in front of a fucking audience. You are having tech issues.
Yeah.
Like this isn't quite a fair... Yeah, that's why this isn't quite fair. Like, but I'll say it anyway. Like, you're clearly a little anxious right now. And if this is what you're like with us, if you're like that with girls, like, wait, the video is playing in the background again. You need to turn the stream off. This isn't quite fair. Like, but I'll say it anyway. Like, I've muted you, but yeah. And did that fix it? If this is what you're like with us, you need to turn the stream off in the background because it's playing and we can hear the echo. Try now. I think
Sorry,
that's
just more. Sorry, more technical difficulties
Yeah.
there. Can everyone see and hear me again?
we can't see you, but we can hear you, and good enough. So, yeah, with like the anxiety stuff, again, I don't want to give you a complex and make you think like, oh, fuck, I'm anxious. Like, oh, God, because that just makes you more anxious. But it makes such a difference when you are cold approaching women. If you're very anxious and nervous and like your eyes are darting
Hi,
around the
can you
place.
hear me?
Yes. Can you still hear me? No, you can't. Okay, what we might do, Mr. Xander, I might kick you off and I'll keep answering the question like while you're in the chat. I think that'll be a better
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me? Okay, what we might do, Mr. Xander,
Okay. Yeah.
I might... Okay, we're out of the matrix. Xander, I'm assuming you can hear me right now. I hope you can. If not, you can just go back and watch this. I'll send you the recording afterwards. So Xander, what I was going to say is and again, without trying to give you a complex and make you think about this, you strike me as someone who has quite a bit of anxiety, and that's okay. That's like unbelievably normal. And so if you walk up to a woman with the energy of anxiety, which again, very normal, but if you walk up with the energy of anxiety and your eyes are like darting around the place and you're almost like, oh God, I'm nervous, which is normal, but you will get far less results, or I'll phrase that in a more positive way. If you walk up to her and you're calm and peaceful, you will get far better results because women are fine-tuned to look for danger. And if you're a guy, you're probably bigger than most of the women. If you walk up and hit on them and you're anxious, she will get anxious. And so she's way more likely to say no. And it's not a deal breaker. It's not something you have to stress about, but it is probably the next thing that I would focus on. So again, for you, Xander, 2 things I would focus on now. Number 1, giving yourself credit for everything you're doing and the success you've already had. You literally had a girlfriend for 5 months, dude. Like, congratulations, you did the thing that you're wanting to do. Just do it again, which is just like go talk to more women. But within that, I would work on the inner peace stuff. So I'd work on slowing down the breathing. Like, that is the number 1 thing you can do. Like, get into breath work, like research what breath work is. Just slow the breathing down. Maybe do a little meditation before you leave. Just like 5 minutes. Just chill the fuck out a little bit. Before every woman that you hit on, just bring the breathing down a little bit. When you're there in the moment with her, what I would focus on is slowing down your conversation. So I will give you an example right now. This is me slowing down conversation. Bring it down to this level. And this is often how I talk to women because I'm big. I have, tattoos. I have a bald shaved head under this hat. I can be intimidating to women. I'm quite tall as well. And so I often slow down my speech if I can see that she's nervous to this sort of level. And so that stuff will help you relax and you'll probably get slightly better results, or probably a lot better results. I think right now, the things I would work on is like the anxiety and maybe the overthinking, and just go towards peace with that stuff. And then your tendency to, or your temptation to not give yourself credit for your achievements. So I would work on that too. But brother, thank you for coming on. You did a fucking good job, man. Like, I get that you're probably stressed as hell with tech issues going on, and like, it's all good, dude. Yeah, like Mike said, don't stress, Xander. If nothing else, you made us all laugh a little. Bro, yeah, and Xander, like, I hope to be clear, we were laughing with you, brother. It felt like everything that possibly could have gone wrong did. It was funny as fuck. It was funny for me. I hope it was funny for you, Xander. Literally, none of us are thinking like, oh God, Xander like screwed that up. No, dude, like, it's not completely your fault that tech issues happen. I think something worth remembering that if we do these, and I think we'll do this again tomorrow, like any of you that want to jump on, we can. It's almost a miracle if it goes smoothly. Like, most of you have never come on and done a live stream. I give you a platform that you've never entered before, like the platform I'm using. The link I give you guys is something you guys are not familiar with. You might have done some Zoom calls and shit, but like not in front of an audience. Like, I'm surprised when it goes smoothly. So let's expect some tech issues. We'll do the best we can. I'll try and keep it interesting for you guys in the chat. I'll try not to just ignore you guys. But as Chad said, yeah, it's almost like the VHS horror vibe was fitting. I know, dude. Like the fucking everything about that was funny, Xander. Like, I promise it's okay that there were tech issues, man. But again, thank you for coming on, being vulnerable. Mortis, she said, who can jump on? Sexy men can jump on, bro. So are you a sexy man? I've actually done a coaching call with you, so I can confirm you're a fucking sexy man. So you can come on, brother. Not now, not today, not today. We'll finish up in like maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But tomorrow you can come on, brother. I'll just dump a link in the chat. Yeah, that was fun though. Adriel says, what is something you're excited for this weekend? Talking to all of you guys, and that's not a cheat. Also, it is the weekend right now, isn't it? It's like Saturday. With these live streams, you guys, I am so fucking losing track of time because I'm doing them every day. And so there's like all the days are just like bleeding into each other. So it is the weekend right now. What am I looking forward to? Talking to you guys. Although tomorrow, I'm looking at my calendar. So tomorrow I have a coaching call, and then I'm going to do my monthly breath work session. So that's fun. Do a bunch of breathing, touch the face of God, trip bowls from breathing. That'll be fun. I might spend some time with Molly as well. I might play some Fortnite with some of my friends. We catch up on Fortnite and shoot the shit and kill little children. Please do not fucking clip that. Expert Cheek Clapper says, just go to Andy's house and then the problems are solved. Yeah, the tech issues are solved. I have a funny story about that. So you guys know that I like David Hawkins. Apparently one day someone just showed up at his house and they were like, David Hawkins, like, oh my God, you're an enlightened being. Like, can you please like teach me enlightenment? And he just said, go away, it's Sunday. And he slammed the door in their face. I don't know why I find that so funny. That's like the funniest thing in the world. If someone showed up at my house and was just like, Andy, holy shit, can I like have free coaching or some shit? I'd be nice to them, but I'd be like, brother, this is my place of worship. This is my personal home. Like, I would really appreciate it if you don't come here. No, you cannot have coaching right now. And then I would leave them. Brett Kuhn said, think of your results as a sales funnel. 90% of women are probably not attracted to you. Yeah, or they are, but they're just like not interested. Like they're just not single or whatever. So 90% are not into you. 5% are, but 95% of those women are not interested in a date. Early on, it's closer to like 99. So what you're saying is like 1% of the women that you hit on will go out with you. Yeah, like roughly. And the numbers change a little bit for each guy. But yeah, that's a pretty good way of looking at it. It's like most women are just not single, or if they are, they don't want to go on a date with a random stranger who just came up to them. They think approaching is weird, or they're just confused, or a lot of the time you'll give someone or someone will give you a phone number, like a woman will give you her phone number, and then she'll go and talk to her friends and be like, oh my God, you'll never guess what happened. Oh my God, I was walking down the street and this guy, he was like nice to me and handsome, and he just came up and he told me I was pretty. Oh my God, we had this beautiful conversation and I gave him my phone number. And then all her friends would be like, oh, you gave him your phone number? Like some creepy guy on the street. And she'd be like, should I not have? And they'll be like, girl, what the fuck are you doing? He could be a serial killer. Like, he sounds weird. He's probably a fuck boy. He came up to you on the street. He probably does that to all the girls. And then she's like, oh, well, fuck, now I don't feel excited. Should I just not reply to him? Yeah, no, you should not reply to him. And then she doesn't. I have had so many female friends that tell me this shit. And Molly, one of the women that I am seeing right now, this is exactly what happened with her. I hit on her. She was so excited. It was the most amazing conversation ever. I told her she was so pretty and I wanted to kiss her, and she blushed and got all shy. And I walked her to work. She'd given me her phone number. She walked into work and she said to her colleagues, oh my God, you're never going to guess what happened. This guy came up to me and like hit on me, and we had a conversation and I gave him my phone number. And they were like, that's weird. Why the fuck did you give him a phone number? You shouldn't have done that. And she was like, oh, did I do something bad? And they're like, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. And she thought about it for a while and she was like, no, fuck this. The universe gave me an opportunity. This guy just came up to me and hit on me. I'm not going to let my judgmental, like, they didn't mean to be judgmental, but I'm not going to let my random colleagues, like, keep me from this opportunity. And Brett, you said this, nobody keeps women single like single women. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly that. And Molly had been single for a year at that point because she was just scared of men and she was terrified of me, even though I was so polite. And so she was like, holy shit, no, I want to take this opportunity. I want to at least talk to this guy. So she replied to my first message and the rest is history. But yeah, like, I love that saying, man. Nobody keeps women single like single women. And it's not that they're trying to keep them single. Like, I mean, sometimes it is that. Sometimes it's a little bit of jealousy. But honestly, man, like from having enough female friends that I've talked to about this shit, most of the time they're just trying to keep their female friends safe. Women worry about safety, which is something that most of us guys just don't worry about when it comes to like women. Like some of you will think about it, but for the most part, we're not thinking like, what if this bitch is a serial killer? Like you might be thinking, what if she's scary, or what if she has bipolar, or what if she's crazy? But like, you're not really thinking about your safety that much, but women do constantly, all the time. It is like the thing they are most conscious of. And so a lot of the time, they're just trying to keep their sisters safe. Like, but yes, it does kind of get in the way. It can turn into judgmentalism. Like they haven't even met the guy and they're already saying he could be a serial killer. It's like, that's a really quick way to make sure that you never make any friends or meet anyone new or have a cool opportunity. So it is judgmentalism, but it is also safety, or it's an attempt at safety. But it reminds me of the Byron Katie quote, don't be too careful, you might hurt yourself. Or don't be too obsessed with safety, you might hurt yourself. Eric says, thanks for doing these. I've had some luck with cold approach. Hell yeah. I'm going out to a local bar across the street from my apartment for a cigar and a drink. Enjoy, my man. Have fun. And Mortis, you say, I think for men, the safety is a bit different. Yeah. Yeah, it's more like, what if she has other guys? What if she cheats? And women are thinking about those things too. So it's like women have those same safety fears and then a whole bunch more. And at some point we can do a video if you guys want, or like we can talk about this maybe next stream about like the similarities between men and women and like the fears that we all sort of have. But each gender thinks that they're unique in those fears. Like we think we're the ones that feel it more, but it's like if you have some female friends, which I know you do, Mortis, you'll realize like, oh wait, women are going through this same fear too. And then obviously there's some unique fears that men have. Like for the most part, it's men that really worry about like being vulnerable, and like women worry about being vulnerable, but men worry about being shamed for their vulnerability. Women do worry about that a little bit, but men really fucking worry about like, what if I'm real and honest and I share my emotions and then she laughs at me? Because I think all of us have had experiences where we got shamed for being emotional, shamed for feeling something. And so we go, all right, I better fucking bottle that up. Boys don't cry. Let me push that down. And like men don't tell each other they love each other very often, unless you're like in the military and you're about to fucking die, or unless someone's on their deathbed, or unless it's like you're drunk and you're with your boys and you're like, man, I'm so wasted right now. I love you guys. And it's like, that's the first time you fucking said you love them in the last like 6 months, and you had to get really drunk to say it. So like men and women, there are some differences. There are a lot of similarities too. Yeah, Mortis. Yeah. It's not shamed, but it's like, I don't find it attractive. Yeah, some of them say that, or they see you as a friend. Yeah, and we can maybe do a separate discussion on this. I've covered it a lot on the channel, but we can talk about it tomorrow if you guys want. Like ways to be emotionally available while still being masculine, if that makes sense. Like, how can I be vulnerable, but everyone in a 12-mile radius won't just run the fuck away and be like, oh my God, a man being vulnerable. Holy shit, red alert, this guy's a pussy. Like, there are ways to share your emotional vulnerability and still be respected. In fact, be respected for it more. Mike says, actually, so true. I told my ex-girlfriend about my father's illness, and like 2 months later, she pulled the, why are you playing the he almost died card? Like, okay, I can never trust you again. Yeah, and this is what I mean, guys. I think we've all, but like I'm never going to sit here and tell you guys, just be vulnerable. Like, why aren't you guys vulnerable? Emotional vulnerability helps so much. Like, I fully fucking get that all of you, all of us have experiences of like, well, dickhead, last time I tried being emotionally vulnerable, this shit happened. Last time I tried crying and I finally let it out of me for the first time in like 6 years, I cried in front of everyone and everyone got fucking weird and awkward. And they kind of just like, they got their drink and they're just like, oh, is that the time? And like, no one fucking gave me a cuddle. No one was like, bro, are you okay? No one was like, bro, let it out, man. Cry. Like, no one fucking held space for me the last time I was vulnerable. So, yep, let's push that back down. Let's like keep that nice and contained. We're definitely not going to let that vulnerability back out ever again, because the last time I did, you all fucking freaked the fuck out. So we all have experiences like that. And I like to always say, like, not everyone is a therapist. Like, not everyone knows how to handle a man's vulnerability, especially if you haven't been vulnerable before. And then you have one moment where you're finally vulnerable and they're just like, oh shit, I don't know what to do with this. So like vulnerability can be scary as fuck. I'm never going to sit here and tell you guys like, just be vulnerable. It's easy. It took me a lot of practice, like to be able to just be vulnerable and not give a shit what the other person does. And so basically, Mike, what I'm saying here is you can get to a point where you're outcome independent with your vulnerability. So you'll be vulnerable. And if the other person acts awkward and goes like, why are you pulling the he almost died card? You're just like, okay, cool. Like she doesn't know how to handle vulnerability. That's okay. Like you just stop caring. Like you don't, it's not a big deal. But that can take a little bit of practice to get to. Eric says, I do have a question. My results have been a bit lower because I'm 38, same age as me, brother. We're twins. We're age twins. In a small city with 3 universities, every community social situation is teeming with 18 to 22-year-olds. Go talk to them, man. Go say hi. There's tons of 18 to 22-year-olds that would love to talk to you. There's tons that wouldn't, and they will tell you immediately. They will literally, within the first 5 seconds, when you start hitting on them, they will say, how old are you? And you go, I'm 38. And they'll go, oh, that might be a little bit too old for me. And you're like, cool. I hope you have a nice day. It was nice talking to you. And she'll go, okay, you too. And then you leave. Like that happens a lot. The older I get, the more I notice that women are not into my age. And also a beautiful thing happens. The ones that like older men, they really start to like me. Like the older you get, the more polarizing you become. So there's way more women that will say, sorry, you're too old for me. And there's way more women that will say, yes, daddy. I mean, you guys can see the hat. I don't know if you guys can see what my hat says. The hat that I've been wearing for this entire stream. Here it is on the camera. Dad in the streets, daddy in the sheets. Yeah, that's what you guys all came for. Wear this hat outside, man. You'll be very polarizing. You're going to say, can this be the reason my results may be lower? Yeah, like yes, you're definitely more polarizing. Like if you were in your late 20s hitting on 18 to 22-year-olds, yeah, you would get like, I don't want to say more results, but that might be a good way of phrasing it. Yeah, way more women would talk to you because you're 28, not 38. So expect that way more of them will say no to you now that you're 38. But the ones that say yes will be like, oh, fuck yes, daddy. Like, please. Like, there are so many 18 to 22-year-old women that just absolutely want an older man because you have your shit together a little bit more. Like, you're wiser, you're more mature. You will probably care about her pleasure more than an 18-year-old guy will. Nothing against 18-year-old guys, but like at 38, you just care more about other people. You're a little more emotionally stable. Like, there's a lot you have to offer as a 38-year-old. And by the way, there's a lot any of you guys in your 20s, you guys have a lot to offer too. It's just different things. So there will be a lot of girls that are very into you, man, and a lot that are not. Your mission is to go find the women that like you. Expert Cheek Clapper says, Jedi in the streets, Sith Lord in the sheets. Dude, fuck. Do you guys have any more of these? That was good. Do you guys have any more of these, like, something in the streets, something else in the sheets? That was good. That was really good. Also, Xander, you said before with the tech issues, like, sorry, guys. And then you said you're a bit embarrassed. Brother, like, it's fine to be embarrassed, but, like, no, man, this is all, like, part of the fucking... Like, I expected this. I'm actually surprised there was only one of you that had any tech issues, dude. Like, it's all good. If anything, Xander, you paved the way for other people to now jump on. Like, tomorrow and all the other days when we do this, other people are going to be way less nervous now about jumping on camera because they'll be like, well, Xander, when he went on, it went about as poorly as it possibly could have. And I don't think it went badly, man. I think you did a good job. But they'll be like, man, when Xander went on, like everything that could have gone wrong did. It was funny as fuck. Okay, I'm safe to go on. So Xander, like, thank you for being a sacrificial lamb, brother. Like, like literally thank you for sacrificing yourself so that other people are going to be less nervous now. Like, dude, you did the equivalent of, like, imagine there's a group of guys, right? And they're all out to go and hit on women for the first time. Like maybe there's like a pickup artist group or something, like a boot camp. And they're all out there in public. And, someone's like, all right, who wants to be the first person to go and hit on a woman? And you put your hand up and you're like, okay, fuck, I'll be the first. And then you walked over to a girl. You did the equivalent of like falling on the ground and then stepping back up and falling down again, and then turning up to her and going like, "Oh fuck, I'm sorry, you're really pretty, fuck, I have to go." And then you ran back, and then you fell over again, and then you went to the group, and like you feel embarrassed, but everyone else in the group is like, "Oh, thank fuck, I'm definitely not going to have that happen. I think I'll be safe." So like, again, Xander, thank you for being the sacrificial lamb. You didn't do anything bad. I think you actually did a fucking good job. But thank you, man. Appreciate you being brave. Eric, you said it's not my preferred age range, but I have to work with the community you're in as well. Yeah, but there'll still be like women in their late 20s or 30s. Like, yeah, there'll be lots of younger women if you're in a university town. Bro, can't you just hit on the girls and be like, "Yo, do you have a mother? What's your mother like? What does your mother look like? Can I see pictures of your mother?" Just, yeah, fucking get these young girls to wingman for you. Literally go up to the women and be like, "Do you have a single mother? Do you know any older women that I could get funky with?" Expert cheek clapper. Jesus on the streets, Mother Teresa in the sheets. You shut your whore mouth, young man. Mother Teresa was a virgin until the day she died, okay? You watch your mouth, son. You know I love me some Mother Teresa. Family father in the sheets, daddy in the sheets. I fucked that up. Family. I realized what I just said, guys. I fucked that up and said family father in the sheets. Definitely do not be a family father in the sheets, guys. Okay? Absolutely, we do not condone that. Channel will be shut down. Family father in the streets, daddy in the sheets. Yes. Yeah, don't laugh at that, Eric. I know I see, Xander, you're not going to fuck up more than I just fucked up. I just literally told all of you to go and have sex with your family, your father or your family members. All right, I think that's all the questions, guys. I might have missed a few questions today because like I wasn't fully looking at chat when I was coaching each person. So if there's any questions like JW, I can see that I missed your question here, dude. I am a little bit too tired to answer it now because we'll finish up. It's been 2 hours. So if you can just copy paste this question tomorrow, any questions that I missed from any of you, just bring them tomorrow. Mortis says, "Why is it always positive thing in the streets, negative thing in the sheets?" Yeah, because people have. Bring that question tomorrow. Bring that question to. Bring this tomorrow. Please copy paste this tomorrow. I will go on a fucking 4-hour rant about this, and we will talk about sexual puritanism and how people have a lot of like shame around sexuality. That's why. So the thing that people do in the sheets is almost always seen as negative and judged. And the thing on the streets is like, great. I agree with you, Mortis. That might be the wisest, most philosophical like observation you've ever made, dude. Like, please ask me that next time. Eric, yeah, man, go have fun. Guys, let's get some salutes in the chat as we depart this mortal coil, as we all go off. I'm kidding. We're not dying, but we are leaving. This stream is dying. All right, gents. I will see you all tomorrow. You're all amazing. Go out there, freaking crush your goals or crush your balls, whatever you might be into. I might start saying that at the end of every video. Crush your goals or crush your balls, whatever floats your boat. If you're inexperienced, maybe you're even a virgin, you've probably been sitting around trying really hard to lose it and give yourself that beautiful, amazing sex life that you've always wanted. It's time to actually do this thing for real. Here's just a little taste of some of what we've helped our inexperienced clients achieve. Theo lost his virginity, had a bunch of sex, and even participated in an orgy. Ed was a 31-year-old virgin with extreme erectile dysfunction. He's since gone on to have a wildly abundant sex life and is now a coach alongside me in our coaching program. We helped Ravi lose his virginity at age 30 and go on to build the type of amazing sex life he never dreamed was possible. Jeff hadn't had sex in 9 years and ended up having sex within just 5 weeks of coaching. No matter what your experience level, if having more sex and having more wildly abundant, awesome, amazing sexual experiences with your intimate partner is something that's important to you, let us help. That's what we're here for. There's a link in the description below to the coaching. Click that and come and join us. But I promise you, if these clients can do it, you absolutely sure as hell can too.